National Parks Adventure in 3D. This is the 4K pack with the 3D in it. It's the only way I could get the 3D. Maybe you could get it separately, I don't know. Was not very expensive. This is a 2016 release, 43-minute film, 1.78:1 aspect ratio, so you will get the beautiful full screen Dolby Atmos sound. This is a winner of a Film Achievement Award, filmed in 65mm 3D cameras. I don't know any film that's been filmed on 65mm cameras. Absolutely amazing. This is currently 6.9 on International Movie Database. I just got done watching this with my son Joey. Joey has his own comments about this, which I'm going to share with you at the end. Directed by Greg Mcgillivery. Films a lot of outdoor stuff. These were 65mm 3D cameras that he used. He has his own special cameras. Narrated by Robert Redford. Great voice for this, Robert Redford. Let me tell you a little bit about this. This basically follows three people around, two college, I don't want to say kids, two college, a boy and a girl, a man and a young woman, and then somebody like in their 30s, I think, and these guys are like in their 20s. So the three of them go all over the country to all the national parks, and they're filming their adventure. Is basically what it's about. But these are not just three ordinary people. But you don't know that when you're watching this film. They don't talk about these people. You're just following them around or having a good time. So we're going to talk about that in the end. When this is over, I'm going to tell you a little bit about those three people that are actually in this film that you see here. This starts out, it basically talks about how the national parks were born on the most important 3D camping trip ever, with Teddy Roosevelt and John Muir. John Muir was an artist, a poet, and he was concerned with the disappearance of the redwood forest. You know, it was being forested. 95% of the redwood forests were being forested. And he caught the attention of Teddy Roosevelt. And Teddy Roosevelt came out west for a 3-day camping trip with John Muir, and together the national park system was born. They formulated it, and they do a recreation here, a very, very nice recreation. In fact, there's a lot of extras here, 6 or 7 extras, and how they recreated that is one of the extras, and how they film it is another extra. The extras are a little short, they're very short and kind of repetitive, but it's nice having the extras. They cover a lot of the national parks. They don't cover every national park. There's too many national parks to go to every national park, but they got a really cool map that pops up in 3D and where all the parks are, and it's just coming from behind you and it's showing you on the map where all the parks are. But this was filmed all over the United States, from the Everglades of Florida in airboats to California, Montana, Utah. They filmed this with drones, helicopters, mountain bikes. They put a lot of money into this, a lot of effort, and it's absolutely nice to follow along in this adventure. Let's talk about the 3D now. The 3D, when the 3D is there and when it hits, absolutely stunning, mind-blowing 3D when it's there and when it hits. Now I say that because a lot of these large sweeping vistas that you see here, it doesn't have that pop to it. It's more flat, and you can't film everything in 3D. They have a star, like time lapse of stars and things like that, shots from helicopters, things like that don't really pop. They are in 3D, but they don't really pop. But when the 3D pops, they set the 3D, I mean, you can tell, man. They set this 3D camera up. They'll set it by a waterfall, they'll set it here, they'll set it there. It's absolutely mind-blowing. And then they film when they're walking up trails and that, when they got that 3D kicking. And also there's scenes in here where, and Joey and I were watching this, they're going down these rapids and the water splashes on your glasses. I've had water splash on the screen where it looks like it's splashed on the movie screen, but I'm telling you, this comes right on your glasses. I mean, Joey and I both popped back and I wanted to wipe my glasses off. That's how realistic this water splash was. Absolutely incredible. And the snowfall, the snowfall and the frozen and the snowy scenes, it's like it's snowing in the room. And to me, the best feature about this was the ice cave. When they go in that ice cave, it is absolutely incredible, mind-blowing 3D. You feel like you're right in that ice cave. Okay, so that's about 75% of the film is mind-blowing 3D. So it's going to be hard to rate this 3D because the other 25%, you know, it is what it is. But it's so much of an adventure that you don't really notice it that much. And you're right along for the adventure with these three people. So now let's talk about these three people that they don't talk about during the movie. You're following three people along. Who are you following along? Well, you're following along this guy named Conrad Anker. Conrad Anker is a mountain climber's mountain climber. I mean, this guy climbed Mount Everest, I think 3 times. I can't say for sure. But in 1999, Conrad Anker, the guy that you see in here, actually found the body of George Mallory, who was frozen and missing on top of Mount Everest since 1924. So almost 75 years to the day, or within 5 weeks, I think it was. On the 71st anniversary of the missing George Mallory, this guy finds his body on Mount Everest. This guy's and I noticed this guy when he's running up the trails and stuff. I said, this guy's fit. I told Joey, I said, this guy is fit. Well, he's the real deal. And let's talk about these other 2 young people in here that look like college kids. In fact, they were in college, I think, when this was filmed. You got Max Lowe. Now, Max Lowe, he's a young, handsome gentleman in here. He was born into an outdoor family, was taken all over the country. A famous outdoor family is the way I read it. And then he ended up, Conrad Anker ended up being his stepfather. And he climbed a lot of mountains with him, and he became his father figure in his life when his father passed away. And then you got the lovely Rachel Pohl in here. Rachel Pohl, beautiful young lady in here, absolutely just fit, attractive young lady in here. And you're like, well, who's this person? She's raised in state parks. This woman is an outdoor enthusiast. In fact, she actually has her own website, rachelpohlart.com. Go check it out. She's got some beautiful artwork. She has her own YouTube channel. You're not going to learn any of that during the movie because they don't just talk about it inside the movie. So these are not just 3 people that happen to be, you know, extras in a documentary. They're actually very good outdoor and enthusiasts and mountain climbers and artists and storytellers and photographers. So they take you along for the adventure. All right, so what am I going to do with this? I'm going to give national... I want to mention Joey's comment at the end was, it almost seems like something you would see when you go to a national park and you go to the center there, the welcome center, and they got a video playing up on the TV, and it's like, hey, watch this video before you go into the park. And I agree with them in that respect, but it's 43 minutes long, and it's 3D, and it's IMAX, and you got to have your glasses, so you can't really get that feeling if it was playing there. You got to actually experience this, and I really think it's well worth the pickup. So what I'm going to do with this National Parks Adventure, as far as documentaries go, I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 stars. As far as the 3D goes, now that's tough, because where it's really popping, it's 5 out of 5. But when it's not there, it's not there. So I got to give it an overall of about 4 out of 5 on the 3D and overall. The music score is good, a lot of good songs, and it's a heart-moving documentary. So pick it up, you won't be disappointed. So let me ask you, what did you think? Did you see it? Did you see it in 3D? Did you see it in 2D? Maybe you went and saw it at the IMAX theaters in 2016. You saw it in 3D and you got some cool comments, put them down. Maybe you saw the 4K disc at home, you got some comments, put them down. Let me know. I want you to hit that like and subscribe button. I got a lot more reviews coming out. Don't want you to miss out on any. I want you to stay safe. I want you to have a good night. As always, God bless.